Hey, this Oman just on here discussing Denver firing Nathan Hatchett. I might be saying his name wrong, but it was it was something they should have did weeks ago. You feel me? Like you could tell early on in the season. Whatever expertise they said he got, you didn't see it translate on the field. They only had one game versus two games. I say the game versus Oakland where they scored a ton of points, and the game versus KC where they scored a ton of points. But aside from that, the defense kept them in a lot of games. They should have won a lot more games if the offense had did their job. It's not all his fault as Russell. Russell Wilson also played horrible this year. And I said this weeks ago when they was having reports that he had a shoulder issue with it, with his throwing hand, throwing arm, and it's a lot of the passes is floating or just not on target, even though receivers is wide open. So he definitely deserve a lot of the blame, but it just seems like that there ain't no chemistry. Like the people ain't feeling them, and when he came out there, and it was reports that the guys can't just communicate with him normally. You feel me? Like you gotta reach out to a third person in order to get in contact with him, and in in a lot of cases that's very weird. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real unheard of, and so a lot of the stuff where a lot of the former Seahawks players that were saying certain things, and everybody was like, "Oh, maybe they on some hating ass shit." Maybe they were right. You feel me? Like I made a video was like, yeah, was he becoming too celebrity? Like he transformed into that guy, and he really wasn't like, like he kind of presents a picture of, um, like being a guy that's like do a lot of cliche talk, and a lot of people was getting on him about maybe the authenticity of him and shit. But you lose because of what you produce on the field, and his product was bad. you know they took a chance on him. The other guy actually shouldn't have never been fired. They should have actually kept him because like I said, he presented them with a solid defense, and the defense would have probably been even better with him. I don't think he was the reason that they were losing. It's just they just didn't have an offense that was, tight, and it's still been like that for a few years now. So, everybody's trying to vibe, because the name that's floating out there is Sean Payton. And they're gonna try to a lot of teams are gonna try to break the bank to, go get him. But yeah, this guy, he's probably a tremendous offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? But I think that, just, being able to, command, being a leader of, what I'm saying, the guys, I don't think that was his strong suit, you know what I'm saying? And just his mismanagement of the timeouts and stuff like that. It just looked like it was just too much for him from the jump. And so it's gonna be, it's guys like that, you know what I'm saying? A ton of coordinators that people want to hype up and say, yeah, he should be a coach. And some of them guys, you force them to hop out there, and then because they gonna get a bump up in the money as far as like coach to coordinator. But some of them guys just were they were either going to have to take a position like this and fail and get better on the next go around, or they just was a person where they just was they were more better suited just to focus and um when you become an expert at something, you just that's your specialty and stuff like that. So maybe he's that type of guy. Maybe he gonna go somewhere. He might can even go back to Green Bay, because they offense looked a little spotty when he was gone. So if he just go right back up there, maybe that'll make Aaron Rodgers stay over there. But he just go to a team with a quarterback is thorough and stuff. I think he could get in. He's a good guy to get in the quarterback's ear, and he'll put the sauce out there to get them right. It's just with him and Russell, it just for some reason it didn't mesh or whatever. For whatever the reason is, it just wasn't no chemistry there. That you could say I don't see that it was a dislike on on either person's behalf, but it was just sometimes just you just you don't vibe with somebody and they like you have a concept where you're great at X's and O's, and but you might not be good at teaching. You know what I'm saying? And so, it just could be a situation like that. So, like I said, he'll probably find some place next year to go to, and he'll probably land on the contender roster and build his resume back up that way. But yeah, that's the breaking news today that he got fired. But like I said, it wasn't a surprise because everybody knew it should have been done like, probably a month and a half ago. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. All right, thanks for listening.